is News 3 Now at 10.
And thanks for joining us tonight. The spread of COVID-19 we've seen in our communities is not sparing those who are behind bars.
Since the end of last week, the Dane County Jail has gone from one person actively infected with COVID-19 to 38 tonight. Madeline O'Neill explains how they got there. Maddie?
Well, Sheriff Dave Mahoney tells me of the nearly 40 people infected at the jail. Most don't have symptoms, and if they do, they're mild. Jail staff is still monitoring them, working to let them out of the jail, if possible, to let them recover at home. But still, this illustrates just how quickly the virus can spread.
As we've been seeing through public health, the increase in COVID breakouts all over the state of Wisconsin.
Now that's making its way inside the Dane County Jail.
It highlights the impact of asymptomatic exposures.
In the past few months, active cases have stayed low, coming in at one active case at the end of last week. But on Wednesday, Dane County Sheriff Dave Mahoney told us 16 inmates had tested positive.
It's the population that we really can't control because they're coming in off the street.
He says the incoming inmates brought the virus into the initial housing unit, where they quarantined for 14 days before going to other parts of the jail with the general population.
So I got a call about 8 o'clock last night that we had another 22.
Those from another quarantine housing unit, also separate from the rest of the jail. And with tests still out, Mahoney says there could be more positives in the coming days.
The positives are in a housing unit with other people. And even though we're trying to maintain the social distancing among all of them and enforcing the mask wearing, there's no guarantee that itself will stop the spread.
Of the current 38 cases, 2 are within the jail's general population.
Our biggest COVID control is with our general population folks.
Mahoney asks those outside the jail to do what they can to control the spread, as he counts the days until we get a vaccine.
I'll be glad when the shots come out and we can start treating our citizens, because it's very concerning.
Contact tracing is done for police officers if they arrest someone who later tests positive for COVID. And the jail is trying to implement rapid testing, which could bring results in 15 minutes. But one main obstacle with that, of course, is how in demand that type of testing is right now.
All right, Maddie, live in downtown Madison. Maddie, thank you. Governor Evers and Republican legislative leaders plan to meet tomorrow. That meeting comes after months without new legislative action to address the ongoing coronavirus pandemic. And another 81 people died from coronavirus in Wisconsin today. We're inching closer to that 3,000 death mark. Health officials also reported more than 6,400 new cases today. The virus also continues to put a strain on hospitals. The Department of Health Services said 236 more people were hospitalized in the past day. And with the exception of Greene County, DHS officials also say every county in the state has a, quote, critically high activity level for disease spread. More than 900 staff members in the Mayo Clinic Health System in the Midwest have been diagnosed with COVID-19 over the last 2 weeks. The executive of Mayo says more than 90% of the sick and staff were exposed in the community, not at work. She says that shows just how widespread the virus is in the Midwest.
Roundy Supermarkets, which includes Pick and Save, is now offering FDA-authorized rapid antibody testing. The tests are conducted using a finger prick blood sample at the store's pharmacy and will help inform patients if they have previously been infected with the virus that causes COVID-19. Testing is now available, and interested community members can register online. The tests are available at both Pick and Save and Metro Market Pharmacy locations for $25 and typically provide results within 15 minutes. British researchers reported today that AstraZeneca's experimental coronavirus vaccine appears to work safely in older people. According to an article published in the Lancet Medical Journal, it generates as strong an immune response in those over the age of 70 as it does in younger people. AstraZeneca is testing its vaccine in phase 3 clinical trials around the world, including at UW Health here in Madison.
Let's turn to weather now. Chief Meteorologist Gary Canalti with our first warn forecast from the patio. Gary?
Well, Well, it's a very mild day today with temperatures in the lower to middle 60s. Tomorrow won't be quite as mild as a cold front comes through. Time-lapse from the Edgewater Skycam in downtown Madison shows hazy sunshine for much of the day today. We cleared out a little bit toward a beautiful sunset. High temperatures today, lower to middle 60s over all of southern Wisconsin. Madison topped out at 62, Janesville at 66, and Boscobel at 67. But a weak cold front is starting to move in from the north and west. Temperatures are still in the mid to upper 50s in Madison, but have dropped into the upper 30s and lower 40s north and west of the Dells. By morning, we'll be down to about 39 here in Madison. Look for skies to be partly sunny tomorrow, but it won't be quite as mild. The high temperature of 50, still above normal for this time of year. Later on, I'll take a look at a forecast that includes colder weather as we head into the weekend.
Gary, thank you. New tonight, Georgia confirmed a Joe Biden victory after completing a statewide audit. The final results showing he beat President Trump by 12,284 votes. That's a slight drop for the president-elect, who was leading by nearly 14,000 votes before the audit. During the week-long recount, officials in 4 counties found new batches of votes that either were not counted on Election Day or not properly transmitted for tallying. Meanwhile, the president-elect said he would not rule out taking legal action as the Trump administration continues to block the transition process. Some current and former government officials have had limited contact with the Biden-Harris team, but President-elect Biden says the delay in a full transition could hamper his upcoming administration's pandemic response. President Trump and his legal team continue to focus on overturning the election results.
In Wisconsin, the clock is already ticking for Dane and Milwaukee counties to finish their recounts. They won't actually begin doing so until tomorrow morning. Counties have 13 days to finish so, in this case, by December 1st. It's up to counties to decide whether they recount by hand, machine, or a combination, and it is up to them to decide how public health precautions are implemented.
This time, just because of COVID and timelines, I felt like using the machine option in the statute made more sense for us, and should speed it up. But I haven't done it that way. Logically, it should be faster. So yeah, it would be great to be done by Thanksgiving.
We look forward to again demonstrating the strengths, security, integrity, and transparency of our election systems in Wisconsin.
Milwaukee expects to be finished by Wednesday. Dane County's count will happen at Monona Terrace. The clerk is hoping for a similar timeline, but there's still some unknowns because they're doing it differently than 4 years ago. Dane County did a hand count then, and they will not be doing that again.
New at 10, the Illinois teen facing charges for fatally shooting 2 protesters in Kenosha and wounding a third says he used pandemic relief funds to pay for the rifle that a friend bought for him. Kyle Rittenhouse spoke to the Washington Post over the phone today from a juvenile detention facility and told the newspaper he was on furlough from the YMCA and used the $1,200 he got from the coronavirus unemployment benefits to buy that weapon. And the 19-year-old accused of buying Rittenhouse that gun is heading to trial. Today, the Kenosha County Court Commissioner rejected a motion to dismiss charges against Dominic Black. He's charged with 2 felony counts of intentionally selling a gun to a minor, causing death. Next at 10, some healthcare providers, licensed therapists, and schools are using an app that a couple in Greene County came up with.
They didn't do it to make money. They're just hoping to give people a chance at life. Jamie Perez shows us how.
Just lots of different ways that people can, get help.
Terry Ellison needed some help to do something she'd never done before, placing her vision in the palm of your hand.
It's not our app. It's the community's app, and it's for everyone to share, and if it helps people, then we've reached our goal.
Terry and her husband, Kurt, launched Got Your Back in April. The app helps users send a message to loved ones, letting them know if you're in a mental health crisis and what your triggers are. The text is pre-written, so you don't have to think about what to say.
We have gone through now almost 8 months, and it's still rolling out to new groups. It's hitting different states. We know it's been downloaded on East Coast, West Coast, down in Texas.
But this app is more than just about helping others through difficult times in their lives. It's helping the Ellisons too.
Jacob was a vibrant 14-year-old boy that loved to make everyone smile, was kind of the class clown or the person that just was making sure everybody else was okay.
Their son Jake took his own life on June 7th, 2012.
Every day we wish he would have opened up to us to get help, but unfortunately he didn't. So we're just trying to help any other family or any other teenager know that it's okay to talk about it.
So this March, Terry and Kurt got to work. They consulted with counselors, therapists, and Jake's closest friends to create this app. It features what's called My Squad, as Jake would call his closest friends.
I think he would be happy with how much he and how much his parents are helping other people. I think he'd be proud of what his mom and dad have taken a tragedy that it is and now growing it into something that it's supporting people that need it.
Terry said she initially postponed releasing the app due to COVID, but the design team she worked with felt this spring was the perfect time to put it out there.
And so this is no coincidence, in my opinion, that this happened all at the same time. Because this is such a monumental year and because people are struggling so much in their day-to-day lives, this is where the app serves probably the biggest impact for most of the users that use it.
Whether or not this app could have helped Jake,
No one can really say, but in my heart, I really think it would have.
Terry and Kurt can at least find some comfort in knowing they're now helping others, something Jake did his entire life.
I just wish he would have known he had help out there for anyone. You know, just, it's so hard being a teenager that it's just okay to talk about it and to reach out to, if it's not your parents or a teacher, just to anybody.
For News 3 Now, I'm Jamie Perez.
The Got Your Back app is free to download on any device. The app is doing so well and helping a lot of people. They're working on rolling out a phase 2 of the app in the future. If you or someone you know is struggling with their own mental health, the National Suicide Prevention Hotline is 800-273-8255.
New at 10, the Boys and Girls Club and a handful of community partners are teaming up to provide almost 3,000 free Thanksgiving meals. Those meals will be distributed tomorrow from 3 to 7 p.m. at the Taft Street and Allied Drive Club locations. Pre-registration is strongly encouraged. To sign up for a meal, go to bgcdc.org/holidays. Still to come tonight after today's warm-up, we'll see how long it can stick around, plus a special Thursday night edition of Prep Mania highlights week 2 of the high school football postseason next.
Black Friday starts now at Ashley Home Store. Save up to 60% off doorbusters and special holiday buys available now. Plus, get our very best Black Friday bonus deals, up to an extra 20% off our sale prices store-wide. Bring the holidays home early at Ashley Home Store.
A nursing home promises to care for our parents as cherished loved ones. But if your parents have been injured in a nursing home, we can help. Habish, and Rotier. We fight for what's right.
At Blaine's Farm and Fleet, we always offer genuine values on the things you need. But this year, our Black Friday bargains are coming early with incredible pre-Black Friday deals available now throughout the store. Like these special buy kitchen tool or knife block sets half off. Get $50 off this Milwaukee 5-tool combo kit. And this layer and floor jack and creeper kit is half off. Plus, buy online and pick up your items in our convenient drive-thru. You don't even need to get out of your car.
Find value at Blaine's Farm and Fleet.
Culver's chicken sandwiches are proof that raised right tastes right.
I really care about the food we eat, and that all starts here.
The chicken that we serve to our kids is grown right here on our farm.
It takes growers like yourself to produce these great sandwiches at Culver's.
Every bite tastes like chicken is supposed to.
This is chicken raised right.
Our grilled chicken, our crispy chicken, and our spicy crispy chicken, they are amazing.
Welcome to delicious.
Dear Wallet, Toyota Black Friday is revving up. Packing the tech, packing the style, packing the safety, and packing the deals. The best part about Toyota Black Friday, you can get it all to go in one sleek package. Yours, Toyota. Get 1.9% APR for 60 months plus $500 APR bonus cash on a new 2021 Highlander or Highlander Hybrid. Find yours at Toyota.com. Toyota, let's go places.
It's no secret, Robertson is Wisconsin's aesthetic leader. But with results this natural, patients can keep it a secret if they want. Our secret to reducing stubborn body fat? Cool Sculpting. Book a free consultation to learn how Cool Sculpting is different at Robertson.
Black Friday appliance deals start now at Furniture and Appliance Mart. Save up to 50% off doorbusters from top brands now. And pay no interest for 18 months. Plus free quick ship drop-off delivery at Furniture and Appliance Mart inside Ashley Home Store off the Beltline.
Hi, everyone. Friday morning, all eyes will be on Wisconsin as recounts in Dane and Milwaukee counties get underway.
We'll be live from where the counting will happen, and we'll let you know what to expect. That in your weekend forecast on News 3 Now this morning.
Well, after an unusually mild day today, temperatures will be a little closer to normal tomorrow and back to around normal for the weekend. Let's start out by taking a look at 3 things you need to know in the forecast. Tomorrow will be dry, so will Saturday. It won't be quite as mild tomorrow. High temperature still around 50, which is still about 8 degrees above average. It'll be colder this weekend with high temperatures right around the 40-degree mark. There's a slight chance of showers Sunday. At this point, it's possible we could stay dry on Sunday. And then on Tuesday, we have rain in the forecast. Now, that could start as a mix of rain and snow late Monday night into early Tuesday morning, change to rain during the day, and then back to a mix of rain and snow before ending Tuesday night or early Wednesday morning. Live view from the Edgewater Skycam in downtown Madison. It's a great night out here. Not much of a breeze, really. And as we look at our almanac for today, our high temperature in Madison, 62 degrees. That's 20 degrees above the average high of 42. The low temperature of 44 is 2 degrees above the average high temperature. So that just shows you how mild it was today. And temperatures were in the 50s, 60s, and 70s through most of the upper Midwest, except for areas closer to the U.S.-Canadian border. On weather track, the jet stream is flattened out, bringing in mild Pacific air, but there are a couple of cold fronts to our north and west. The first one moving through southern Wisconsin as we speak. Behind the front, temperatures drop off by about 10 degrees, and that will account for our drop in temperatures tomorrow. Notice Madison right now 57, but La Crosse is at 46. The second front has a little more of a punch behind it. Notice the temperatures in the 30s up in northern Minnesota. We'll probably be in the upper 30s to around 40 by the weekend. On future track, look for skies to be variably cloudy overnight. Low temperatures dropping to around the 40-degree mark. Tomorrow should be partly sunny, not quite as mild, with high temperatures around 50. For tomorrow night, look for skies to be partly cloudy. Low temperatures will drop into the upper 20s. And then on Saturday, look for skies to be partly sunny with highs in the upper 30s. We'll start to see some clouds late in the day, but on Sunday, you can see the rain and snow shower chances moving in, but they're going to be very widely scattered. Maybe a couple of flurries in the morning and in the evening. In between, a chance for showers, just a slight chance, maybe about a 20% chance at best. Our forecast for tomorrow calls for partly sunny skies, but just not as mild as today. High temperature at 50. 7 to 10-day forecast. Mainly dry through the weekend and into early next week. Rain on Monday. Again, that mix early in the day, and then again Tuesday night into early Wednesday morning. Then dry weather from Thanksgiving through the end of the holiday weekend. Highs middle 40s on Thanksgiving and lower 40s for the rest of the weekend.
This is it, the final week of high school football in the fall. If you won last week, you advanced to the championship game of your quad pod. No trophies were given out, but you end your season with a win. Now, a win tonight would give Baraboo the most wins they've had in a season since 1996 when the Thunderbirds won 9 games. To do that, they'll have to slow down an Onalaska offense that has scored at least 46 points in its last 3 games. Good thing Baraboo is really good at defense, like so good they're allowing under 7 points per game. Well, that changed tonight, down 14-6 in the second. Here comes Luna Larson, the quarterback looking like a running back. Larson takes it 70 yards to pay dirt, and the lead is down to 2. Now, Onalaska would score on their next drive. Baraboo would answer again. This time, Larson uses his arm and drops one on the money to his BFF, Riley Way. 40 yards on the score, lead down to 3. But the Hilltoppers were too much. Aiden Larson throws the fade up to Michael Skemp. The Thunderbirds fall 50-26. The Lake Mills American Legion is known for their slider sandwiches, so much so that the winner of the Lakeside Lutheran Lake Mills football game received free sliders after the week of the big game from Post 67, which is why it's called the Slider Bowl. History lesson over. It's Act 2 for the Slider Bowl tonight. The Warriors won the regular season meeting, and the Elcats didn't forget. Scoreless in the second, Adam Moen lofts one up for Charlie Bender, and he comes down with it in the back of the end zone. Lake Mills takes a 7-0 lead. Then with seconds to play before half, Moen finds Jackson Retram, who gets taken down at the 3-yard line, and that would lead to this. Moen fakes the handoff and shovels it to Michael Stenbrotten. As time expires, Moen became the 3rd player in Wisconsin history to surpass 10,000 career offensive yards as Lake Mills gets the win 21-19. The magic number for River Valley this season is 30. When the Blackhawks score 30 or more points, they win. When they don't, they lose. So it's 30 or bust tonight against Richland Center. Now the Hornets are coming off a 40-0 win over Wisconsin Dells. Well, this was all Blackhawks tonight. Will Bailey flings it to Landon Alt, and he gone. 69 yards on the pitch and catch. River Valley goes up 8-0. And the score was far from done. This time it's Zach Goldeman bullying his way up the gut from 9 yards out to make it 14-0. Then later in the first, Roman Jensen sheds a tackle, and he's got reservations for 6. 65 yards to the house. River Valley cruises to a 50-7 win. Now, Highland has cruised to a win every time they've played this year except one. Week 4 against Potosi-Cassville, where the Chieftains jumped out to a 13-point lead, and the Cardinals had to rally in the 4th for a 5-point win. Well, tonight's the rematch, and Potosi-Cassville had revenge on their minds, and the Chieftains struck first in this one. Levi Groom drops a dime on Robbie Rowe, and just like that, it's 7-0 PC. Highland going to answer right back. Justin Miller finds a wide-open Calderada, and he zigs and zags down to the 5-yard line, and you have to reward him, right? Well, they did. Dorada scoots in for 6. Highland goes on to win a tight one, 19-13 is your final. Other scorers from tonight, both Randolph and Lancaster fell in their final games of the season. And still to come, the Badgers back on the ice and back home with their hot start hold against 6th-ranked Wolverines. Find out next after the break.
News 3 Now First Warn Weather is brought to you by Lazy Boy Home Furnishings and Decor.
Discover a shopping and design experience as comfortable as the furniture. Lazy Boy Home Furnishings and Decor. Schedule your free design consultation today.
Celebrate with Holideals at Hy-Vee. Earn a 30-cent Hy-Vee fuel saver for every $60 you spend. That's a 30-cent fuel saver this Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. Only at Hy-Vee.
Imagine life in that, or that. Having zero stress. Wasting zero energy worrying. 0 days wanting less seats, more seats, and 0 regrets. Imagine that. 0 reasons not to get into a Volkswagen, especially now that you can start shopping from home. Click, call, or come by today. Visit our Volkswagen Sign Then Drive event and lease the 2020 Jetta S today with 0 down, 0 deposit, 0 first month's payment, and 0 due at signing.
Isn't it time you had a health insurance company that shares the same values as you? One that acts like a trusted health partner, that not only offers easy access to the doctors, hospitals, and clinics of UW Health, but also sees the greater good in keeping us healthy in the first place. A company that understands that serving our community means serving all of our communities. Isn't it time you had Quartz? Quartz, health plans built with you in mind.
Black Friday deals start now at Steinhoffel's. Save big when you take 35% off store-wide on the largest selection of in-stock furniture at Black Friday prices. Like any size Sealy mattress for just $99 and a 3-piece pub set for just $199. How about a cozy fireplace, now $399? This reclining sofa, only $479. Or a solid wood bed for $749. So start your Black Friday shopping now at Steinhoffel's and steinhoffels.com.
Wisconsin is a home of workers. We know it needs to get done, and we do it. Yet, we've been hit hard, some harder than others. Our contact may be limited, but we still can lift each other up. The Keep Wisconsin Warm Cool Fund and your local energy providers are working together to help keep your heat and power on. You may not ask for it, but we want you to know we're here.
We've been helping families make joy for over 100 years, and we're not taking this year off. So the Ford Built for the Holiday sales event begins now. We're giving you the best deals of the season on select Ford SUVs and Ford Fusion. So get the family together and make some joy this season. Ford Built for the Holidays. Get 0 for 66 financing plus $1,000 Flex by Cash and $2,000 Trade Assist on Escape during the Ford Built for the Holiday sales event.
Celebrate with Holideals at Hy-Vee. Earn a 30-cent Hy-Vee fuel saver for every $60 you spend. That's a 30-cent fuel saver. This Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. Only at Hy-Vee.
You couldn't have asked for a better start to the year if you're Tony Granato. His Badgers went on the road and swept the Irish. Now the boys begin a 6-game homestand over the next 11 days. Up first, a series with 6th-ranked Michigan, and just before the end of the first period, Wisconsin lit the lamp. Josh S. sends a snipe into the back of the net for his first goal of the year. But then the second period happened, and it wasn't any good for the Badgers. The Wolverines scored 3 goals alone in the period to get the win, 5-2, the final. No matter who the Badgers are playing, Paul Chryst likes to say every week is a big game. But this week actually is a big game. When Wisconsin and Northwestern kick off, Big Ten West title implications will be on the line. Now, when it comes to playing at Ryan Field, there's just something about that place that the Badgers can't crack. They've lost 5 of the last 6. They've played there this year, though. Both enter undefeated, and the winner has a fast track to the West Crown. So, big game isn't just coach speak.
Every game is big, and this is a big one because it's the one we get to play. It's obviously against a very good football team. You know, we know they're undefeated, and we know they're leading the West, and all those things. But you guys have all heard me talk about it. What's most important is, and all that matters, is being in the moment.
Devontae Adams left the Jaguars game with an ankle injury, only to come back in and catch a touchdown. This week, he was limited at practice yesterday and didn't participate today. Now, that doesn't mean he's not going to play this Sunday against the Colts, but it also doesn't mean he is. I'm going to let Adams explain what's going on.
Just letting it heal up as much as possible. We're doing all of the right things to make sure I can be on top of the game by Sunday. You know, I'm not even going to go there as far as guaranteeing if I'm playing or not, but that's the idea. Anytime where I feel like I can come back into a game like that, typically speaking, my mental going into the next week is that I'll be able to roll.
And 7 years ago on this date, Frank Kaminsky broke Ken Barnes and Michael Finley's school record of scoring 42 points in a game when he dropped 43 on North Dakota. Today, though, the Phoenix Suns declined the former Badgers' $5.2 million team option, making Frank the Tank an unrestricted free agent. We're back after this.
Shop Wild Easttown Honda for clearance deals on over 400 new Hondas. Lease a new Civic for just $199. That's $199 and absolutely zero due-it signing at Wild Easttown Honda in Madison.
Papa Murphy's presents How to Change the Way You Pizza. Step 1, carefully knead dough. Step 2, artfully spread sauce. Step 3, add fresh mozzarella and assemble toppings. Step 4, realize we already did all that for you. So all you have to do is bake it. For a limited time only, get the Hog Heaven Pizza with Canadian bacon, ground sausage, and crispy bacon. Papa Murphy's, change the way you pizza.
Get more home for the holidays now at the Brothers Maine Black Friday is Today sale. Shop online or safely in store to get up to 38% off and up to $2,000 back on qualifying GE Cafe and GE Profile appliances. Check out our Hot Point top load washer and dryer. Buy the pair and pay only $4.49 each. This is your Black Friday store for more, including free delivery. The Black Friday is Today sale. Hurry in today for more selection, more savings, and more home for the holidays from the Brothers Maine, your local store for more since 1938.
Millions of customers are leaving their providers and switching to Spectrum. And if you have satellite, it's not hard to see why. Because unlike satellite, Spectrum gives you all the services you need, like internet and TV from one provider. They do? Yeah, they do. And Spectrum has the fastest download speeds with the most reliable performance. Get Spectrum Internet with speeds at 200 megabits for $44.99 a month. Call 833-909-4499. Spectrum wins on TV, too. Unlike satellite, Spectrum doesn't have an ugly dish to install. And you get exclusive premium original content with Spectrum Originals.
Wow, really?
Really. Plus, Spectrum has more free HD and free on demand. Get Spectrum TV from $44.99 a month. Call 833-909-4499. And unlike satellite providers, Spectrum doesn't have contracts or early termination fees. We'll even buy out your current contract up to $500. Switch to America's fastest growing internet, TV, and voice provider. Get Spectrum Internet and TV from $44.99 a month each. Ask about our easy self-install options. Call 833-909-4499.
I was picking the boys up after practice when they're like, can we get Quick Trip? Actually, that was my plan. What Quick Trip's take-home meals being, as the Quick Trip lady says, freshly made and absolutely delicious. But opportunity knocked. I go, if you let Dad give you haircuts, and they say, deal. At Quick Trip, the boys are like spaghetti, chicken tenders, mac and cheese. After an easy dinner, it was time to pay the piper. Dad's like, who's next? A deal's a deal.
Quick Trip, we got you covered.
Shop Wild Easttown Honda for clearance deals on 400 new Hondas. Lease a new all-wheel drive CR-V for $269. That's $269 and absolutely zero due at signing at Wild Easttown Honda in Madison.
Download the Channel 3000 app today. You're watching News 3 Now at 10.
Finally tonight, a Sun Prairie auto repair shop is giving back to healthcare workers during the pandemic. Egan Automotive is offering free oil changes to healthcare workers until at least the end of the calendar year. According to a Facebook post, synthetic blend oil changes, tire rotations, brake inspections, and vehicle courtesy inspections are all free. Yesterday alone, the owner says they received a few hundred calls and they're booked for the next couple of weeks. So if you're interested, be sure to call ahead for your appointment. Let's go to Chief Meteorologist Gary Canalti now. Final check of the forecast.
That reminds me, I have to get my oil changed. Temperatures are still pretty comfortable right now. We're in the middle to upper 50s over much of southern Wisconsin, but notice the temperature drop to the north and west. There's a cold front just north and west of Dane County, and behind it, temperatures drop off into the 40s and 30s. By tomorrow morning, we'll be down into the upper 30s in Madison with partly cloudy skies. Tomorrow should be partly sunny, not as mild. High temperature at 50, still about 8 degrees above average. We'll be closer to normal with high temperatures around 40 for the weekend. Just a slight chance for a shower Sunday. Monday will be dry. Tuesday we'll see some light rain. Now that could start as a mix of rain and snow in the morning and then probably ending as a mix of snow Tuesday night. Wednesday now may be completely dry, and Thanksgiving Day looks to be pretty nice with partly sunny skies. Highs in the middle 40s. We'll be in the low 40s for the rest of the holiday weekend.
All right, Gary, thank you very much. Thanks for joining us tonight for News 3 Now at 10.
Do something good, be well, and we'll see you back here tomorrow.